This is Fun Fact Friday, March 12th, 2019. Justin and I are doing our Major League Baseball predictions. Who we think is going to have great years, who we think is going to have bad years. This way, at the end of the year, I can tell you all I told you so, or you can laugh at me for being wrong. Either way, it's going to be fun. We'll start with Justin, and this is going to be a shocker to everybody. His pick for MVP would be?
Mike Trout.
And why is that?
I just feel like he's going to continue to grow as a player and just smoke everybody this year. He's coming up on a contract in 2 years. We all know he's going to give a home team discount.
You're damn right.
To the Phillies. I'm a fan of both teams. Personally, I'd like him to stay in Anaheim.
Oh, that hurts.
But I wouldn't complain if he was here.
Me, I'd love to see Trout win it again, but I'm going to go with Mookie Betts again. That guy is just ridiculously good.
Killing me.
I am going to go, even though, and I'm going to say this right now, this makes the cuts. I did not want the Phillies to sign Harper, and I am a die-hard Phillies fan. But the moment he opened up his mouth and he started talking about taking less money to bring people to this city, to bring a championship back to Philadelphia, I became a Harper fan. That is the guy I want. That's the type of guy I want. I want that dirty uniform player. I want the guy like Lenny Dykstra that will play his heart out. And Aaron Rowan who runs through walls. It looks to me that Harper can be that guy now. And he took less money than what he was being offered. He showed a lot of grit in the city of Philadelphia. I've already turned. So the city of Philadelphia should turn. Harper is my pick for the MVP in the National League. How about you?
My pick is Ronald Acuna.
Oh, Lord.
But I have Harper finishing top 3.
Okay. Well, I just think Harper at Citizens Bank Park is going to just blow up, especially with Rhys Hoskins protecting him in the lineup. One thing that the Nationals never did was protect Harper in the lineup. I'm going to go with the toughest division in baseball, and I'll allow you to go first.
I probably have the same thing as you. I'm going the NL East.
The NL East, without question. Actually, I don't say without question. The NL Central's a close second, and you say that because you know Chicago's great. You know Milwaukee's great. St. Louis has gotten a ton better. Don't forget, they got Goldschmidt. And I think Goldschmidt was probably the sneak pickup of all the offseason. Paul Goldschmidt's going to love it in St. Louis.
There was a lot of competition in the AL West last year, with the exception of the Angels.
Right, but Oakland is at best a middle-of-the-road team. I like Oakland's grit, but Seattle, they totally suck. And yes, you could put suck on the video. And Texas. I mean, I got high school teams that could beat Texas. What do you mean it was good in the AL West? AL West was crap. Houston, class of the AL West. Honestly, I don't think there's another team in the AL West this year that ends 5 games above 500. That's how bad the AL West is the worst.
Texas was in the Central.
No, Texas is in the West.
Man, I would love that.
Yeah, you are. But the NL Central, you have Milwaukee, Chicago, St. Louis.
St. Louis is going to be a team on the rise.
Right, and they are. But I'll tell you right now, the sneak pick there is Cincinnati. Look at everything Cincinnati did. Look who Cincinnati went out and got. You might not like the contracts of Kemp and Puig, but if they're playing for more new contracts,
I like it.
They're fantastic. Joey Votto, most underrated player in baseball.
I think Puig's matured.
Let's hope. Let's hope for Cincinnati's. I'm just saying they're that much better that you can put them in the we don't suck category.
Well, I think the most fun thing about the Cincinnati Reds is going to be Lorenzen pitching and playing.
Lorenzen can definitely hit. But go back to the NL East. The NL East, outside of the Marlins, every one of those teams got better. Well, it's hard to say. Washington stayed the same because Washington added Dozier at second base, which is a decent upgrade for them. They added Corbin, which means their pitching is the best in the NL East. It's better than New York's. But they don't quite have the output. They're going to bring up Victor Robles. And if he's half of what Soto was, and Soto is who he is, they still have a good offensive team. You look at the New York Mets, they got better. And if Cespedes comes back and can hit, they're a lot better. The Braves won the division last year, and their young talent's only getting more mature. And they have a lot more coming up.
They have a ton in the pipeline as far as prospects go.
Then you have the Phillies. And to all you haters out there, you can just suck it. Phillies are good.
Phillies are winning the NL East. That's my prediction. It's going to be close. I think the Braves are really going to push them. I think Washington falls off towards the end of the year, and the Marlins, I'm sorry guys, they suck.
They do.
You're not even going to make a play for the division.
No, they might not make a play for the division for 10 years because as long as Harper is there and we can pry Trout away from the Angels, the Phillies will be good for the next 10 years. So those are my predictions for this year. I honestly believe Paul Goldschmidt is going to have an MVP caliber season. I don't know if he's going to win the MVP, but everybody should watch out for Goldschmidt. Pitching is always tough because I've always been a big Aaron Nola fan, but coming in third in the Cy Young voting is just amazing. I didn't expect that much. That came out of nowhere. He still gets no respect and love in the card industry. But the card industry loves rookies, so why don't we talk about Rookie of the Year? Who do you got for Rookie
of the Year? AL. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox.
That's a good play. I like
He comes up and he just destroys the ball the way he's been doing in the minors the last couple of years.
And what are his best cards?
Well, his first Bowman is 2014 draft. And then first autograph, I believe, is in 2016 Bowman products.
So, it's something to look for. If you guys out there want to invest in cards, these are the kind of things you look for. We do all the time. We always talk about who we think are going to be good, who we like. I mean, it's a homer pick, but Victor Robles, if he plays this year, the kid has a lot of talent. I will, I'll crap on the Phillies a little bit here. Our pipeline's a little bit thin right now. I don't have any Phillies coming up, but
we're in win now.
There are other guys that I don't think he would register anymore for the Rookie of the Year, but David Dahl in Colorado, he just tore it up at the end of last year. I mean, he really did. I would look for him to come on strong. There are other players in the National League, but I would say Jimenez is probably the best in the AL.
In the National League, I'm going to go with Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh, you think he comes up?
I think he comes up. I think he crushes the ball, and spring training's did a couple lasers. Other guys to watch out for: Nick Senzel in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah,
coming up to play center field, and even out there, Luis Urias in San Diego as well.
Oh.
Could see time this year.
Well, that's something we didn't talk about when we were talking about Cincinnati. There's a guy out there that, if you look at his numbers, he is just a step below the best third baseman in the league, and that is Eugenio Suarez. I mean, you look at his numbers, you can hide that guy sixth in your lineup, and he hit 30-plus home runs last year, 100 RBIs. He's an amazing player, but he's been stuck in a bad Cincinnati team for a while. But they have 5 or 6 bats that they can just tear the cover off the ball. Their problem's going to be pitching. But again, if you have Senzel come up, he could be protected in a strong lineup. Mm-hmm. So he's not being forced to be the guy.
Yeah, he's been a strong minor leaguer the last couple of years. I watch all the Bowman products, for investing and getting into breaks and running breaks from time to time on the side. But yeah, I mean, Senzel is going to he's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. I want to talk pitching though. Cy Young, who you got?
I don't know. I can't. I don't want to think Jacob deGrom can be as good as he was because that just isn't how pitching works anymore. And I'm not going to give the homer call to Aaron Nola because Nola is going to be going up against every ace. He's going to be going up against your Kershaws. He's going to be going up against your deGroms. And injuries is so prevalent nowadays. It's not like back in the olden times when I'll even go back just to Steve Carlton, where Steve Carlton looked like he would go out and pitch with a broken arm, but he would still pitch. Nowadays, you sneeze and they put you on the DL, and it's just ridiculous. These guys make more money than most of us can ever dream of, and they're just soft. And I'll say it because I love baseball. I live and breathe baseball, but it's so annoying. And I think it's not so much the guys being soft as the teams protecting their investment. Yeah, you got $100 million in a guy. You're like treating him with kid gloves. Let some of these guys go out and play. That's what they're there for.
Your typical front office executive now is a helicopter mom.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to make a bold prediction for my Cy Young. I think Walker Buehler continues to break out, and I think he wins it.
That is a bold prediction. I can see that. You're reaching right there. That's pretty.
That's too much of a reach.
That is a reach.
AL, I'm going to go with Chris Sale. I think he just continues dominance and really takes it to another level this year.
Yeah, I don't think Blake Snell has the power behind him in the lineup to match up again this year. I mean, they were a surprise team last year.
Yeah.
They really were. Blake Snell is incredible. I watched him strike out Bryce Harper yesterday. But I just don't think he wins enough games. And the difference between DeGrom's not winning a lot of games and his is Chris Sale was that dominant last year. He just was dominated by Blake Snell. And I don't see that happening 2 years
I
in a
think
row.
you're going to see DeGrom with a much higher ERA this year, but a much higher win total because they have a much better team behind him now.
But again, the teams in the NL East, especially the Phillies, have gotten better offensively, so I do believe that they're going to be able to pick up on this.
Closing out, I want to make one more bold prediction. I think Tim Tebow does come up this year and play ball.
I hope to God he does.
I hope he does.
I like Tebow.
I think he's going to come up and play ball. We're going to talk more about baseball in the future. I'm going to give Kevin, some shit on things that he says about players because we don't always see eye to eye.
Damn right.
I'll let him have his thoughts, and then I'll come by.
He'll let me.
And sneak up behind him with a few smack you in the head facts.
Well, that's why we're videoing this. So later on, I can sit there and mock him at the National because all my predictions are coming true. But anyway, we would like your input. We would like you to leave comments at the bottom.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share us with everybody else that you know who's a baseball fan, historic autographs fan. Always comment, what you like about our products, what you like about Kevin and I, the rest of our team. Suggestions for what we can do with our products, and what you would really, really like to see from us as we continue to grow and hopefully entertain you guys a little bit more.
And reach out to us at historicautograph.com. You can email us through that website at info@historicautograph.com. We'd love to talk to everybody. Thank you very much.